I'm Will,
I'm Nick.
and this is
Behind
Behind
the
the
Curtain.
Curtain, episode 3. And today, we are
Have
joined
a
by...
special guest,
Sean Foss.
Hello, Sean.
Sean Calvin Foss. All right.
Sean,
Yeah.
you have been in theater for a very long time.
Yep. All 4 years since I've been in high school.
That's embarrassing. Not. So, I have not been in theater for a very long time.
I have. Well, yeah, all 4 years.
Yeah. Nick and I have been in it together the whole time.
Yes, we have. Fist bump. Whoop. Anyway. Yeah, we've been in all 4 years. We started with Act 1 Once in a Lifetime and went all the way up to Rags, baby.
Yeah.
Oh. So let's start with your theater story, Sean. Please tell us what inspired you to join theater.
So my interest and love for theater started back in, I want to say, 5th grade. This was when I lived in Spain, so before I moved here.
Spain.
Yeah, I lived in Spain for a few years. My family's military.
Yeah.
And the high school that was part of my school, they were putting on a production of Little Shop of Horrors, and I went to go see it, and it was just amazing. I'm sure, like, watching it now, it wouldn't be the same quality in my eyes, but
What?
something about it just, like, intrigued me, and I loved the music, and I watching the plot play out. And so that kind of caught my interest, and so the following year, once I was in 6th grade, I was finally able to join my middle school's theater program. And that's where I started going.
Where were you at this time?
So this was in Spain.
This was also in Spain.
yeah. 5th through 7th, I was in Spain, and then I moved here 8th grade. And
Okay.
So,
Yeah. Did you do Plum Point Theater in 8th grade?
no, I didn't, because I had a bit of an ego problem as an 8th grader and thought I'd get casted as something unimportant because, you know, the theater director wouldn't know me or my skills when I moved here.
Right.
So I
Who
thought
was
I would
the
just...
theater director?
I don't know.
Was
but
it? Yeah.
I was just waiting for a fresh start in high school. So, but yeah, because in middle school I was playing leads. Like back when we did let me think. Peter Pan. I was Michael Darling, which is like one of the more lead roles. And then we did basically a non-musical version of Into the Woods, and I was the lead. I was Jack.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so going from
And that was in 7th grade?
yeah, and that was 7th grade. And so going from that to playing like probably like a tree or something, just I didn't want to
And
do that.
so this was a military-based school.
No, it wasn't. It was a private school because it was the only school that spoke English near
Right.
us, and so the military paid for us to go there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
That's really cool. So,
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
then you got to Huntingtown.
Yep.
What was that like?
So originally, like after a year of not doing theater, I wasn't even gonna do it at Huntingtown. But then I started out doing chorus class, and it was like a class of 50. And if you-
Really?
yeah, and
I
going
did not know that.
yeah going from Plum Point where it was like classes of 10 for chorus, and then going to Huntingtown where it was classes of 50.
Your class was 10?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
it was a really small because
My class was like 30.
they broke up the chorus class into periods. That was the thing. So like all the 8th grade chorus classes were like 3 classes. And
Yeah,
so
my
Yeah.
course class was only like 20 kids.
So
It
there
wasn't
was-
that big.
I didn't like
Well-
the concept of having less one-on-one. So I was like,
Oh.
let me do a different art class. And so I walked over to Anderson during the first week of school, and I was like, hey, you need to sign this. I'm going to be doing your theater class. And then
You need to sign this.
No, I don't know if you remember. I like interrupted one of the classes. I don't know if you.
I think I do remember
Yeah.
that, yeah.
And I come in and he signs it. And the following week I meet like you guys, and I met Katie, who actually got me to do
Oh,
the
yeah.
after school production.
Mhm.
Katie was a senior who was here last year.
Right.
And so that's how I got into doing theater after school
Yeah.
and stuff. And yeah.
So, your
You-
first...
Sorry.
No, go
you
ahead.
lived
go
in
ahead.
Florida, right, at some point?
Oh,
when you
I was
were-
born there. Yeah, I lived there.
How
for
long
a
did
year.
you live there? Just a
like,
year.
Just a year, yeah.
And then where did you live between a year and 5th grade?
So I've moved around a lot. So it was Florida, and then Mississippi, South Carolina, Oklahoma, Spain. Here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which did you like the best?
Oh, I think I'd have to go with Spain just because of the proximity of things. I'm very much like I like convenience and accessibility. I could bike 5 minutes and there was a grocery store. You know, like that's nice.
Yeah, walkable cities.
Yeah,
Definitely not Calvert County, man.
definitely not Calvert. Nope, gotta go 10 minutes at least to get anywhere.
Okay,
Yep.
what were you gonna say, Will?
I was just gonna ask what like your first audition at Huntingtown was like. If you remember the show and the stuff
I
that
do.
happened.
Were we in the same group for our?
I think so. I was with Katie and 2 other people.
Okay, no, I wasn't in that group.
The audition, I kind of just went in there and I said my lines and I did okay. You know, I was very nervous because I hadn't known anybody in the company or the program
Mhm.
like at all, and so I just gave it my best shot. Yeah,
You returned for Bright Star 2.0, right?
I did not. He
You
did
did
not
not.
recast me in Bright Star 2.0
I
because
thought he took all the guys
no,
back. No,
he had a very limited pool of people he could have
Right.
outside, so he had to drop some people.
Okay.
Yeah. But I was
Speaking of, continue.
I like during that same time I was in Wild Kate. So
Yeah,
I did
right.
that.
Okay, yeah. I forgot. I had no idea who was in Wild Cake because at
Yeah.
the same time we were doing Bethel Park
yeah.
Falls. Those were the Theater 2 and Theater 1 combined,
Pieces.
like after school work. So I was with a bunch of Theater 2 and Theater 1 students doing Bethel Park Falls, and then I guess you were with a bunch of them doing
Wild Kate, yeah.
Wild Cake. Will, what were you gonna say?
I said what I was gonna. Oh yeah, I was just gonna say. Speaking of not being casted,
yeah.
there's playback in my ear. What?
Yeah, I'm sure it's fine.
That was so weird. So I have headphones on
Yeah.
in the studio. I have headphones on,
Yeah.
and there's nothing in my right ear. And then all of a sudden, I hear playback,
Of yourself.
and I
That's
think
weird.
it's because Nick hit the talk back.
I did not.
So, yeah. Anyway,
What?
Not being
Why did you just accuse me?
Not
I
being
don't know.
cast, yeah.
yeah. So
So-
like, I mean,
This is something I've experienced, correct?
yeah. I mean, I'm just like
Yeah.
throughout your 4 years, you haven't gotten the same role
Yeah.
as other people. But
No.
what's your theater experience still been despite that?
So I've really enjoyed it, and it just means I get to know people a bit better, and I got to get better at my text. Because besides this year's fall show, I did like I mentally like added it up. I've had no more than 4 lines in every show. Like that has been my cap every show.
Really?
Yep. Every show, and
Even Sheriff Conroy.
no, I said excluding the fall shows.
I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, no.
Maybe you
Okay.
should pay attention on the
As
pod.
usual.
Okay, well, including. Okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, because
But
like
yeah,
freshman year, I had a couple lines in both of the fall pieces, and
Right.
then I had none in Bright Star, obviously. And then in our town, I was like a son. I said 2 lines, and then I died.
Yeah, right.
He killed me off like in the beginning, and then the something rotten. I just sang. I didn't have any
Yeah.
speaking lines either,
Right.
I
Yeah.
think
and then
One
didn't have
thing-
any in rags.
one thing to point out though is like, not everything to do with theater and acting involves having lines.
Oh,
so
yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Sean has still been able to do a
Yeah,
lot
Yeah,
of stuff.
and I've loved my experience. I wouldn't trade it for the world.
And have you been in soft tech all 4 years?
So starting out freshman year, I did hard tech, but
Mhm.
I swapped over because I wasn't really fond of.
Did you swap over for the musical freshman year?
Yes.
Okay, that's actually exactly what I did. I went straight back to hard tech after that, but yeah.
Because I was doing hard tech, and I love working with my hands and doing woodwork.
Right.
I made my desk at my house.
Yeah.
Like I love that sort of stuff, but I just
Very
don't
nice desk.
like the way that you guys do it because you don't drill guide holes, and so you just have to kind of like brute force push in. And especially freshman year, I did not have the weight to like lean into
Oh.
the drill. And
that's
so,
interesting.
yeah, it just put me on a different path. But
Uh-huh.
I've liked soft tech. I've really enjoyed it. Got to meet a lot of interesting people, and I'm really good at sewing, like to the point where I'm gonna be making part of my outfit for prom this year. So I'm
Okay,
it's
big
given me good
dog.
I
skills.
see you.
I see you, big dog.
yeah, I'm making a corset vest for myself. Very excited.
That's cool. Okay, nice. Do you have something to say, Will?
Outside of the shows that we've done at Huntington High School, what are your favorite shows? Just in like,
Favorite music or like pieces in general?
yeah,
Be
anything.
more chill.
Actually
Oh.
no.
Wow.
I like it, but it's no longer near my top. I would say favorite music. If I have to pick one, it's Avenue Q. It's Avenue Q. I really like the comedy of the piece and the uniqueness of having the puppets and stuff.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I mean, yeah, Jacqueline Hyde. I love the music from it. I haven't seen the piece, so I obviously can't judge it the same way. And then I've seen 2 pieces on Broadway. I saw Dear Evan Hansen and Come From Away.
Right.
I love seeing both.
And
of
you keep track of every show you've listened
Yep.
to, right?
I have a complete list. I've listened to or watched over 36 musicals.
I listen to a lot of musicals, but I don't keep track like that.
I
That's crazy to me.
yeah, I don't know. It's interesting to me seeing what I
Yeah. No, I'd imagine. Yeah.
because then
That's
I can
interesting.
because if you listen to enough, you start to forget some. of
Oh
the
yeah,
words.
right.
Yeah.
You listened to 25th annual Putnam
Yes.
Spelling Bee, right?
Recently. Yeah.
Yeah. How was that?
I really liked it. I thought.
Because I think the comedy's similar to Avenue Q. Right?
Yes, the comedy is very similar, but also I liked the vocal. I forget the exact singer's name, but there's this starts with a P. It's hold on, I can find it for you. I've got my list of musicals pulled up. Prayer for the no, it's Prayer for
I
the
like how I
Comfort-
gave Terry a mic
Pray
and
for
he's
the
not
Comfort
even talking
Counselor.
into it.
Yeah.
He's just
Classic Terry.
The singer, the comfort counselor. I love his voice. He just has a really nice singing voice.
Yeah.
But definitely liked that musical.
Mm-hmm.
That was the last one I listened to.
Nice.
Okay. Well, Nick doesn't have a question,
Hold
so
on. I'm thinking.
I'll ask another question. So, how would you say, like, obviously you said that, like, for most of the shows you've been in, your max number of lines has been 4.
Yeah.
But, like, how has your acting kind of continued to develop?
Oh, I definitely think I've improved, especially because I've been taking the classes all 4 years. I think among our actors, which we have great people here, I'm nowhere near the best, but I think I've gotten a lot better. In the words of Anderson, last year, at the end of the year, he did the little interviews to see where you were
Yeah,
at in the
right.
company and stuff. I was one of the first people in an interview with him, and he said, "You're gonna have to prove yourself to me next year because right now you're still at beginning of advanced acting level, at the end of advanced acting 1." So I definitely think I've picked up pace a little bit more, and I think one place I've dramatically improved was improv. I was very meek about it at the beginning of last year and not willing to lean into it, and now I'm leading people and stuff.
In my opinion, yeah, I think you've dramatically improved acting wise this year.
Thank you.
Because I remember last year noting that a couple of your monologues were kind of I was like, yeah, that does seem like someone who's coming up to
Yeah.
advanced acting. But this year, yeah, you've really you seem like, I don't
Yeah.
know, you know what I mean?
I feel like I've just gathered more confidence.
Yeah, you definitely have.
I'm also at this point where it's I'm gonna be an adult soon, or I'm gonna be out in the world. Nothing about this really matters.
Yeah,
so the
right.
Weight of it is off the
Yeah,
shoulders.
right.
So I'm more
Which is a great
carefree.
thing.
Yeah.
Talk about Sheriff Conroy
Yeah.
Sheriff
Yeah.
Conroy Atkins.
Atkins. Yep.
Atkins.
So that was the biggest role I've had in, the whole time I've been here. I really enjoyed playing it. It was so
It's a
far.
fun role.
Yeah, it was really fun. It was very
a good show.
outlying from all of the other roles I've played because
Better than Rhymers.
he typecast me typically. He typecast me typically as younger kids or nerdier
Right.
guys. Even in Wild Kate, I was this character called Bo, and he was just a little dork. You know? And so it was very different. I really liked playing that self-assured kind of hey, I'm large and in charge, and it's helped me with other characters now. I really liked the experience overall. I think I definitely could have done better with it. It was a 6 out of 10 performance. But
Yeah.
The
That's
night of the
that's
6th
what
of-
everyone in book says.
yeah,
That's what everyone in, well,
We all.
that's what a lot of
said opening night was an 8 out of 10.
yeah. Did Rhymers get
Yeah.
Did Rhymers get a number score?
rhymers did not get a number
You
score,
didn't ask.
but yeah,
You should ask.
no,
I'll ask him myself.
No. Yeah.
no, I think part of the reason we didn't get a number score also was because we had a lot of newer people,
Yeah.
and he didn't want to scare them.
I don't think
all.
we had a
mean-
single new person in our cast.
No, we
at all.
didn't. Ours was more the upper class.
It was all advanced
show.
acting except for
Lauren.
Lauren, and-
Sophie.
Sophie, yeah.
Did Lauren take advanced acting last year?
No, Sophie did last year
Yeah,
though.
Sophie did last year.
Okay. And
Riley.
right,
Riley.
and then
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's it.
someone.
But they're
no?
all
No, I
really
think
good
that was-
actors,
But yeah.
regardless. So
Yeah. No, yeah.
I
But yeah, it was definitely the upperclassmen show.
Yeah.
I think that's how people looked at it.
I think someone said it was Varsity was Book of Days,
JV.
and then
Well,
but that's not necessarily true because you look at the two leads in the musical,
Yeah.
Bella and Rebecca, and
Yeah.
they were both in
Rhymer.
Rhymers.
And I think that was to kind of pull up the because hopefully
yeah, I mean, there were definitely.
you guys were there to be an example for the new people to be like, hey, this is what a good actor looks like. Strive for this.
Yeah, no. That's also kind of. I mean, I don't think you would imbalance
No.
the casts like that. That's also sort of though the reason why the 6 out of 10 hits so hard
Yeah.
is because we all kind of
We've been working for this for 4
we've been
years.
working for that, and we knew that we could do it because of all the time we've already spent in the company and working, and then, bam, we suck.
But there's two ways to respond to that.
6 out of 10 isn't terrible. That's
Yeah,
it's
it's
pretty
above
fantastic.
average.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey.
Like, but there are two ways to respond to that. You could like just quit, or like you
Try
guys
harder,
did.
which is
you
a
could-
lot of people.
which
Try
is
harder.
what which is what we did.
It
but-
was the kick in the rear I think we all needed.
Yeah.
To be like,
and
hey,
we
get
needed
it
a few
together.
more after that too.
Yeah. But we got our stuff together eventually.
Yeah.
I think Rags came out very well.
I think Rags was a great show. I think that's
I was very
probably
happy with it.
the most fun I've had.
I think I still preferred Something
Performing.
Rotten.
I
wish-
liked Something Rotten show better, but
Okay.
like in terms of being on stage,
I don't like Rags that much, frankly.
Yeah.
I'll be the first to say it. No, but it really didn't deserve the flack that most of us gave
Oh, yeah.
it toward the beginning. It's
Rags.
we just had to come around to
I
it.
think it looks really bad on paper, but once it's like up and you're actually
Yeah.
like,
yeah,
doing
it's
It
It's a
looks
moving
good.
piece
Yeah.
that you like actually do it well with.
I
so-
think
Yeah.
the first day where I was like, oh, this show isn't actually that bad is when we had the entire set built and
Yeah.
we were all in our costumes.
yeah, it was late for sure.
And it was like, oh, I think it was the Monday before we opened.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like that Monday, I think is when finally we had everything built.
Yeah,
I think the only reason I have preference towards Something Rotten is I tend to lean more towards comedy and theater in general, but also it was my role and my presence in the other people. Like I was in almost every scene because I was troupe, and so you're a lot more present. Versus I was backline like ensemble
Mhm.
for the entire piece, so I wasn't in a lot and I didn't get to do a lot.
yeah. Something Rotten is also just it's a big show.
Oh,
like
yeah.
like
Yes. Yes.
it's a big show full of like massive characters, and it's like it's more like out toward the world, whereas Rags is really like an inward story,
Yeah.
which really changes the vibe.
Mm-hmm.
It makes Something Rotten a lot more. I mean, it's just big. I don't like.
Yeah.
There's no other way to say it.
No, I get what you're. It feels Broadway.
Yeah, well,
Versus
Right. Which I love Rags, but
yeah.
it's not like huge. Which isn't a bad thing either.
No. And I mean, I think I was reading it was on Broadway for 4 shows.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah,
last
no,
long.
no.
They did 4 shows and I'm like,
Jacob kept
no.
saying that we did Rags more than Broadway.
You know who was in Rags?
Jonathan.
Jonathan Groff was in Rags.
I know this.
That's crazy.
But you know who's better than Jonathan
Yes.
Groff?
Who?
like the original Rags.
No.
No.
Mm.
He wasn't even alive. Alex Brightman is better than Jonathan Groff.
I like Alex
Shut
Brightman.
up.
Alex Brightman is not.
Yeah,
Of course, you do
Jonathan-
this with. Oh my God.
We,
Alex Brightman is not better than
I
Jonathan
like him,
Groff.
but I don't
Groff
think he-
sauce is
Yeah,
the
come on now.
best.
He's not
Literally,
bad.
I
Groff
love
sauce
I
is-
love Jonathan Groff, but
Do you?
yes, I love
You
Jonathan
dare to
Groff.
say that Alex?
Yeah, how
Brightman
would
is
you-
better?
Because
He can't sing.
Alex Brightman's performance as Beetlejuice, you don't need to sing to be good.
Did you see that?
Okay, yeah, but to be
Like-
a musical like
no,
Yeah.
but the character he was playing also.
and Jonathan
doesn't
Groff,
sing
Groff is
that.
also a better actor. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
better
okay,
actor and
Yeah,
singer.
in terms of
Alex
like
Brightman might
reading
be
his
a better
character, but
performer.
Alex Bright, yeah,
Like,
Alex
better
Brightman.
comedic actor than like.
Alex Brightman has better,
Yeah.
way better physicality.
Well, his
It's
character's
not
a lot.
better.
for
it's
it.
just
He's
bigger.
got- he's
If
got
Jonathan
Like,
Groff
bigger-
with
What performances are
Beetlejuice.
you comparing?
Yeah, what do you mean?
No,
King
I'm
is
just
very
no.
different.
It's not just
The
okay.
character.
Obviously it's 2 different characters, right? You have a king who's mentally deranged and losing his mind because he's dying and he's
And then
mentally
you have
deranged.
Beetlejuice, who's
And
also
you have
mentally
Beetlejuice,
deranged,
who's mentally
arguably.
deranged, but
Okay.
a demon from hell, and is like
Yeah, they're way different.
comedic.
Yeah.
So that, I'm not comparing. I'm just talking about in general. Like,
Yeah.
look at Alex Brightman in School of Rock.
Okay.
Okay.
Also,
Okay,
Jonathan
yeah, but
Groff
that's
would've killed
also-
that role.
Have you seen Jack
But
Black?
he didn't.
Have you
Killed that.
seen Jack Black perform? Oh.
I don't.
All I'm saying is it's a huge role, and
Yeah.
Alex Brightman did that.
He
like,
does-
like
he does it
he
well. We're
performed
not
the role.
arguing that,
Jonathan
but-
Groff could also
but-
perform the
but-
role.
but
Better.
but
Better.
but you're wrong.
He would actually
so wrong.
sing
Wrong.
Beetlejuice's
So wrong.
songs
No,
as
is
opposed
Jonathan
to
look,
is
like
one is a
say
Broadway
my name.
actor.
At Broadway right now. Jonathan Groff is on Broadway right
one
now.
is-
Say that Alex Brightman can't land a famous
if
job
Alex
with Disney,
Brightman,
like,
if
come on,
Alex
that just
Brightman
shows his
were in
talent.
Also,
Frozen the musical,
Alex
he would be
Brightman j-
Olaf.
I would love to
I
see
would
that.
love
actually.
to see that. Wait,
I would
hold on.
watch the
Terrible.
heck out of that.
It would be awful. That's all I'm saying.
We should recast Frozen. Okay, wait. Yeah, let's
Okay.
do that. Okay, wait.
No.
This will be
I don't-
fun. This will be
okay.
fun. No, let's do this.
Taylor, what are the characters in Frozen?
Kristoff, Anna,
Uh,
Elsa, Hans,
Olaf,
Olaf,
and what's
Weasel.
The donkey.
no, that's you're talking about the moose, and the moose doesn't speak.
Hey,
Well, it's a
Hey.
character in the show.
Hans. What is?
Hans.
No, what is?
Oh, it's
Hans.
a reindeer.
Hans.
I just said
Hans.
Hans. What is the
reindeer?
What is the reindeer's name?
It doesn't matter.
Sven.
Sven?
Yeah.
Steven.
Oh yeah, I'm Sven.
He talks in the second movie.
Steven Sondheim.
He
Steven
sings.
Sondheim
Okay.
the reindeer.
Who is Elsa?
Who's Elsa?
Who's Elsa?
Mm-hmm.
Demi
Who are we casting
Lovato.
from our cast?
Oh, from our cast.
Yes.
Probably Emily.
Who is Anna?
Those are literally Rebecca and
Yeah.
Bella. That's Taylor. Yeah,
that's Taylor.
That's
Who
literally
Who's
just
Kristoff?
Nick or Austin.
yeah.
Not. I'm
Or
gonna say
Ford.
Ford.
Well, I think Ford would be Hans.
Ford would be
Although
Hans.
Austin could also play Hans.
No, who's the evil
Hans-
dude?
Or wait,
I feel
Austin Weasel. Austin Weasel. Austin Weasel.
Oh my god.
Who's Weasel? Wesselton.
Who's
yeah,
the?
yeah,
who's
that little-
the? Who are the parents?
Oh, the parents.
They die. What do you mean?
Yeah, but they're in the.
You and Caitlin.
Are they in
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, it
Ladies
is
and
time
gentlemen.
for the ad break, which is just further proof why we are better than just
Eye
freaks.
of the Storm Manifesto.
Sean Foss,
by
take it away.
Sean Foss.
Theater is science. Theater is technology. Theater is engineering. Theater is mathematics. Theater is history. Theater is business. Theater is physical education. Theater is economics. Theater is literacy. Theater is taught at Huntingtown High School not because you are expected to major in theater in college, not because you are expected to perform all through your life, not so you can relax, not so you can have fun, but so you will recognize the interconnectedness of everything. So you will be comfortable working outside your comfort zone. So you will live in the question and not the answer. So you will experience the creative power of the group. So you will develop an innovative problem-solving attitude. So you will better know yourself. So you will possess more empathy, courage, compassion, determination, and good. So you can make your life a work of art. That is why theater is taught at Huntingtown High School.
Have a good weekend. Oh wait, this has been Behind the Curtain. Thank you, Sean.
Whoa, 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 whoa! This has been behind. No.
No. Thank you, Sean, so much for coming on. Terry, thank you. Taylor, thank you. Whoa, we're in trouble. Okay. This has been
Earthquake.
This has been
Behind the Curtain
with
Will,
and
Nick,
Nick
and Sean Foss.
and
as
Sean
our
Foss.
guest.
John Foss.
Thank you and love you. Slay.
Wow.
Alex Brightman's better than Jonathan Groff.
Jonathan Groff.
No.